Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Cassandra and this here is Lucy. I have another cat in the back there, her sister named Maggie. I'm just watching them for a family member, so you might see them walk across the video a little bit. So this morning I'm continuing my morning chakra series, which is 10-minute simple morning practices, each focusing on a different chakra. And this one is focusing on the throat vishuddha chakra. So thought to be associated with the color blue. And this really has to do with themes of clear communication, your ability to speak as well as balance listening. So speaking up for yourself, really learning to use your voice in a powerful, authentic way, and also being able to listen critically and listen with compassion to others. So that's really what I'm going to encourage you to focus on today. Because this is working the area of the throat, we're definitely going to incorporate that in our practice, but really a full body flow. I'm sitting up on a block just because it's more comfortable for me, but you don't need any props for this practice. This is Maggie. You'll notice she looks a lot like Cleo. She's a long-haired calico. They're both very cute and very friendly, and they all love my yoga mat, as all cats seem to do. So I'm sure they'll be along for the practice. Okay, so this is great for all experience levels. No props are required, and we're going to start sitting, just stretching out our neck. So if you want to be sitting up on a block like what I'm doing here, you absolutely can, or you can just sit in any other way that works for you. Really feel your spine lengthen, roll your shoulders down and away from your ears, and see if you can just close your eyes here. And we're going to use Ujjayi breath throughout this practice. This ocean sounding breath, which is an action that comes from the throat. So you want to create a slight constriction at the back of the throat. Think of it almost as if you're trying to fog up a mirror. You know how you go in a mirror? It's like that, but you're going to keep your mouth closed, and instead this happens in and out through the nose. Just like that. Take about 5 breaths like this. Maybe visualizing this blue jewel of the throat chakra pulsating and glowing at this area of your throat. Using this to set an intention for your day. And you can stay with the Ujjayi breath and keep your eyes closed. Just turn your head over towards your right shoulder and then lean your head back slightly. And lift your head up, turn your head over towards your left shoulder and lean back. Coming back through to center. This time keep your chin parallel to the floor and just drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And we're just going to trace some little half moon, half circles. Make sure you're still breathing as you do this. You might notice there's a little bit more tension on one side compared to the other. This is very normal. Maybe your dominant side. Take one more each way. And lift all the way back up, and let's meet in our tabletop pose. We'll take a few rounds of cat and cow. So moving your prop out of the way if you had one. Palms under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, really emphasizing the opening at the throat here. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, curl tailbone up, really stretch out. Exhale, round and contract. You might use some affirmations that resonate for you with this throat chakra. I speak my mind with clarity and ease. I balance speaking and listening. I am connected to my voice. Take one more like this. Inhale, really open up. And exhale. Press your hips all the way back towards your heels, so you're just sitting here. And you can interlace your hands behind your lower back and just think of squeezing your shoulder blades behind you. Lift up from the heart, lift up from your throat. Big stretch here. And let's release. We'll make our way Adho Mukha Svanasana, our downward facing dog. Palms shoulder width distance apart, feet are hip width distance apart, curl and lift all the way up. And now really feel your neck soften so that you can let your head be heavy here in this pose. And maybe paddle out the legs. This is the first practice of the day for me, so hamstrings are a little bit tight. You can bend your knees a lot, as much as you need. And let's take a cleansing breath here. So in through the nose and a big sigh out your mouth. Let's reach our right leg up to the sky, bend your right knee, open up your hip, big stretch here. Virabhadrasana 2, your warrior 2. Step your right foot between your palms, spin your back foot parallel to the shorter edge of your mat. And you want to make sure that your right heel is pretty much aligned to the middle of that back arch as you reach your arms out, palms facing down. And we'll move into a variation of extended side angle. So you can bring your left hand to your lower back, resting towards your waist. And you're going to bring your right forearm over onto your thigh. Roll your left shoulder back even more. And now let your head hang heavy. So you're getting a nice neck release here in this pose. You can play a little bit with the angle of your chin. Keep your hips nice and low. And push into your feet, come all the way up. And let's reverse our warrior. So left hand down, right arm reaches up overhead. Again, let your head relax. And now you're going to reach your right arm and right hand to the top of the mat. Just to deepen the sensation here along the right side of your neck. You'll feel your legs burn up a little. Use the pull of your right arm to lift all the way back up. And let's cartwheel, palms to the mat. We'll take a vinyasa. Inhaling into your plank pose. Exhale, you lower down. Bhujangasana into your cobra pose. Inhale, open through your throat. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And we can take another cleansing breath here in our down dog. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. Letting it go. Second side, left leg rises, bend your left knee, open up your hip, really squeeze that heel in and step your left foot through. Virabhadrasana 2, back foot is parallel to the shorter edge of your mat. You're aligning your shoulders directly over your hips, reaching your arms out, and you're squeezing that left thigh and left knee open. We'll find our variation of extended side angle, right hand towards your low back or towards your waist, and you're going to bring your left forearm to the ground. Roll your right shoulder back and let your head hang heavy. I speak my mind with clarity and ease. I balance speaking and listening. So this one is Lucy. Take one more full deep breath here. Push your feet into the floor. Let this carry and lift you up. Back to your warrior 2. We're going to reverse. Right hand down. Left arm rises. Relax your head, and now you're going to bring your left arm towards the top of the mat. Really stretch as if someone was pulling on your left wrist. Keep that generous bend into your left knee, working through our thighs, working through the foundation here of our legs. And let the arm pull and carry you up. Bring both palms to frame the front foot, taking your vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Find a back bend. And let's press back, child's pose, balasana, hips to your heels, forehead to the mat. And go ahead and come on up. So we're going to come down onto our backs. We'll finish up by taking a bridge pose variation. So a little gentle inversion where we get our hips higher than our heart and the heart slightly higher than our throat. So kind of sending the blood flow to this area. So I'll give you some options here. You're welcome to do the traditional variation of our bridge pose, simply lifting yourself up with your feet about hip width distance apart. If you would like, you can also bring your palms underneath your lower back. So you're up on your elbows and use this to really get a little bit of a deeper sensation here. If it's too much for your lower back, please just stick to that first option. And take 5 rounds of your Ujjayi breath here. Feeling that constriction at the back of the throat. And we'll slowly come down. You can remove your hands out of the way if that's what you were doing. Uncurl and just drop both knees over to the left. You can stretch your right arm out and turn your head over towards your right shoulder. Just a little laying spinal twist here. Choosing your intention for the day. What word or affirmation resonates with you? How can you connect and relate to this vishuddha chakra? Focusing on clear communication. Twist over to the other side so your knees can drop over to the right. Your left arm can stretch out and look over your left shoulder. And lift your knees back up, and you can kind of roll over to one side so your hands can push into the floor. Lifting on up, sitting in any way that is comfortable to you here. Connect one last time. Joining your palms together at the heart. Let's close this practice with one chant of Om. Inhale to chant, big breath in. Namaste. Thank you so very much for doing this morning yoga practice with me. It was short and sweet, but hopefully you feel ready to take on your day. Before you go, let me know what your intention is today, whether it's a word or whether it's one of the affirmations that I used throughout this practice. Just let me know. Leave me a comment, and please subscribe to my channel if you don't already. And I will be continuing this chakra series here on my channel and inside my mobile app over the next coming weeks. Thank you so much.